All right, have and have not fans. Now, what we're going to do, the usual formula, we're going to go ahead and play the trailer for next week's episode called Moles. If you haven't done so already, be sure to take time to hit the subscribe button as well as the bell notification icon. That way you don't miss out on any new content that I post to the channel. All credit goes to Tyler Perry Studios for the clip that's about to be shown. And also, this is going to be the first video I'm recording with my brand new blue microphone. As you may have heard on a previous video I did, as well as social media I posted on Twitter, my other microphone broke on Monday. So that's why I haven't been able to do my episode review and trailer breakdown. However, the new mic came in the mail this evening, so this is my first official video, and let's take a moment to look at the trailer.
I want the money.
You ain't getting a damn thing.
Tuesdays.
Please, Hannah, don't make me show you how evil I can be.
What is this?
It's your target. You want to kill yourself, right? I'm just here to assist you.
I need some muscle. They might have to beat someone's ass, too.
Who?
My mother.
This is crazy.
Who is going to get their revenge first?
You are running out of time, Oscar.
Where's the money? I need that money.
All right, now it's the trailer for next week's episode entitled Moles. And if you hadn't done so already, there was a video I did maybe a week or two ago for the episode synopsis. I believe it was saying that, Benny gets arrested and then Candace is up to her old schemes in order to make some quick cash in order to skip town. Now, the trailer itself, let me just put it this way. If you thought the pimp slap that David gave Veronica was enough to keep people talking from one episode to the next, everybody and their mother is talking about the fact that Candace wants to hire extra muscle in order to rough up Hannah. This is potentially to forcibly persuade her to sign the documents necessary for the millions of dollars to be transferred from the joint account of Hannah and Benny over to whatever account that Candace tries to set up at the bank, which is probably going to fail for multiple reasons. But there's a separate video I want to do about that, because trust and believe, I have a lot to say. Let me just say that I've actually been talking with some die-hard Candace Young fans since the episode, and they've already told me, like, look, you know me, Jeremy, from comments on your videos and social media, that I've always made excuses for Candace, but the fact that she wants to hire thugs to rough up her own mother is completely inexcusable. It's just like what she did to Landon a couple seasons back when she was getting information to find out where Oscar was. But like I said, that's going to get its own separate video because there was just so much to break down with that. We do know she's going to be on the phone in her car talking with RK, trying to rustle up some people. And also the fact that they're on the front steps, her and Hannah's like, don't make me show you how evil I can be, Hannah. It's just it's just disgusting to have her do that. But like I said before, that video, when I go into detail, I'm not pulling punches on that. All right, next up we have, it looks like Veronica actually called up one of the guys that was on the list of numbers that Derek gave her in the last episode. So basically we have the hitman for the series. I'm just going to call it the season finale because I'm just going to guess that the deaths will occur in the finale, which is what I didn't want to happen, but I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen now. It looks like she's handing him a picture of David and Erica at a restaurant out having dinner, which is not something that we should be surprised by at this point. Veronica having people followed, getting pictures, tracing their phones. So she's like, that's your target. But the thing about this trailer is it doesn't specify if the target is one person, whether it be Erica or David, or if it's both of them together, as in, hey, this is your target, this couple here, or this is your target, the girl, this is your target, the man. We don't know. And it looks like she's throwing something at the guy's chest. It looks, if I were to guess, she probably digs inside of her purse to get the money, because it's probably one of those situations where, hey, we don't go out there and take a life unless we get paid first. But hey, just like the Candace calling a hit on her mother, well, not a hit, but getting hired help, there's another video I want to do talking about Derek and the numbers that he handed over to Veronica in the last episode. So it looks like Veronica isn't playing around when it comes to getting her revenge. Then we have Justin going to visit Wyatt which is interesting because apparently he wants to assist Wyatt in taking his own life. But I believe he said, hey, you can just take my belt, hang it up there on that rod, and just hang yourself. And then in the following scene, it looks like he's brought like a little packet, a little ounce of, cocaine or something. It looks like he's cooking it in a spoon for Wyatt just to kind of tempt him to do what he wants, which is ridiculous on so many levels. I mean, first of all, when you go to visit people in rehab and whatnot in a hospital in a psych ward, don't you have to be like patted down to make sure you don't have any like items that could be used to help somebody escape? I know this isn't jail per se, but I'm just saying, like, wouldn't he have been checked to see if he had anything on him that could be used as a substance abuse? Again, it just goes to how this show is unrealistic, but I just can't wait to see how this scene is going to play out as to whether or not Wyatt is going to pull a Kelly from If Loving You Is Wrong and attempt to hang himself in his padded room, so to speak, which is interesting because that means that Justin would have to help Wyatt get out of his straitjacket, because there's no way that Wyatt could even attempt to hang himself in his current state, but whatever. Next up, we have Benny being arrested, and Hannah meets up with Catherine at the jail, basically going over the fact that I can't take this, my son getting arrested for that guy that got allegedly dead at the bar, but he's in critical condition. Catherine is out in her car crying. Now, there's only two reasons I could think of. Number one, she gets a phone call that Wyatt took his own life at the rehab center. Number two, she feels completely guilty. The fact that Hannah is in it again because Benny takes the fall for her own son's actions, and instead of speaking the truth in order to free Benny, she does absolutely nothing. We'll just have to wait and see how that plays out, but dang, it looks like she's crying in that car, that's for sure. And then Jim's in bed talking with Sarah over the phone just to ensure there's no more evidence, but she says the only other evidence is that girl or that whore you've been messing around with at the hotel bar, meaning Gia. And ironically enough, we actually see in another clip that Gia looks like she's in Jim's hotel room, and it looks like Jim is trying to grab her and she doesn't like that. So it looks like Jim is going to be taking care of the last piece of the evidence for the... Well, actually, I really don't see how Gia factors into this unless Sarah knows that Gia's undercover. We'll just have to wait and see, but that'll be interesting enough. And then we also see Jim roughing up Oscar in the hallway, just telling him, hey, your time's running out until you get my money. And then it looks like from there, Candace is getting off an elevator while Oscar's trying to get on. He attacks her. Then they're back in, I'm guessing, I can't tell whose hotel room they're in, but either way, it looks like, they're fighting a little bit more. It looks like Oscar pimp slapped her, and then Oscar turns his back like an idiot, and then it looks like Candace tackles him from behind, and then we hear him scream. And some people have been telling me, Jeremy, do you think he was pushed out of a window? Because that scream sounded like the sound somebody makes when they're falling. If Candace literally pushes him out of the window, then that might be the reason she's trying to get quick cash in order to skip town, because if she's responsible for ending Oscar's life, then I can see why she's going to skip town. Because remember, she wants to get some hired muscle in order to get the money from her, Hannah, and Benny's account, which it makes no sense, because if Benny's in jail, he's not going to be out there to sign the paperwork unless they bring the paperwork to the jail, which again is whatever. But yeah, if Oscar dies, my God, yeah, that would be a reason for her to skip town. She wouldn't have a reason to skip town at the moment. She would only skip town if she actually does something that makes her go on the run, which is pushing Oscar out of a window. What a way to go. What a way to go. But then we also have Rocky. It looks like he's out of the hospital talking with RK at the hotel in the back room, just asking, he's like, Candace, got wind of the fact that I gave her up. How do you think that happened? So I wonder if Rocky's suspicious of RK snitching, and if he is, what will he do about it? And then from there, we also have Erica in the tub with David, probably enacting her plan of getting pregnant, which again, another video in itself. Jeffrey's at the bar. He looks like he's talking to RK, asking if he's gay. And then also we have Gia approaching Jeffrey, which is so... Gia and RK have no idea what they're getting into. The fact that RK just spent the night over at Jeffrey's mother's house before he got kicked out, and then the fact that Gia wants to mess around for gay guy. I don't think so. I feel like Jim's going to swoop in and get Gia. We'll just have to wait and see. But overall, it looks like next week Tyler Perry does it again. These trailers are fantastic. Has fans wanting more and more. Like literally, Mole seems like a very interesting episode. So with that being said, in the comment section below, are you looking forward to next week's episode called Moles? Also, my episode review Smitten will be coming out probably sometime tomorrow. I asked the fans, what did you want first, the episode review or the trailer breakdown? They wanted the trailer breakdown, so that's why this is coming first. So with that being said, thanks so much for tuning in. Subscribe to the channel, tell your friends about it, and comment your thoughts. I'll talk to you all later.